This is Jackson Harris, and you're watching Teen Groove on the Move.
Let me make your long story short. Can't live my life as a last resort. No, I'm living my life like I'm dying. They won't give you credit for trying. I'm taking the road less traveled. So what if it all unravels? Just leave them behind and they will see. They'll never stop me.
This is Lenore from Teen Groove on the Move, and I get to hang out with Jackson Harris today.
What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing?
How are you doing? You ready for a great summer?
Yeah, it's a little rainy and gross out today, but it's going to be a very hot, fun-filled, tour-filled summer.
You want to tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, we are doing some gigs around the East Coast and some summer camps. We're also doing some mall tours for the Shop Till You Rock program, so that'll be really cool. Going to be doing a lot of the New Jersey malls, New York City malls, so should be a lot of fun. And we are actually going to be flying out to LA in July to shoot a music video for my next single.
Which one will that be?
Well, it's under wraps right now,
Oh,
but
you can't even say?
it's under wraps, but it may be a song called "Go Crazy" that we've just started performing live, so it should be pretty cool.
Is that on your EP? No.
It's not on the EP, but it's going to be on the full-length album that is coming out probably around the end of summer.
Oh, around the end of the summer then?
Yeah.
You excited for that?
Yeah, scared, but excited and just happy to get the music out there and have everyone listen to everything we've been working on, because even today I'm still writing songs that I want everyone to hear today. So as soon as we have that album out, I'll be working on another set of songs. So.
What's one of your favorite songs off the album, or even the EP?
Favorite song's probably I Don't Speak Silence off the EP, because it's one that I think is just a really interesting concept, and being in New York City there's so many different nationalities and languages, and the idea sparked from someone asking me directions in Spanish, and I said, well, I don't speak Spanish, and then I was in a relationship and I thought, well, silence is a language musicians don't speak, and specifically when was with my ex-girlfriend, I don't speak silence, so that was one that kind of hits really close to home. Yeah.
Now, how did you get started singing? Because I know you were singing at such a young age and everything.
I started in school, did my a cappella group and did the school plays and stuff like that, and then went to my mom when I was about 14 or 15 and said, I really want to start doing this for real, and she, listened and obviously told me, this is very hard and it's a different business, and definitely still supportive, but she said you really got to go after it and work hard. So I sticked with a lot of the clubs I was in at school. I got to work with my manager that I'm with now, and we kind of took off from there, started writing and recording, and it kind of just snowballed into this career.
What inspires you to write, like all your life stories and everything, from girlfriends to family to school to friends?
Yeah, sometimes it will be really upsetting situations that make me want to write about whatever it may be, and an ex-girlfriend or a friend going away to school, or everyday things, and sometimes it's the most random stuff that I hear someone say something and maybe it's just how they said it. Like this song on here, another song on the EP is When It Rains, and that's something my sister always says is when it rains it pours, and it was like, well, what does that mean? How can you take that little sentence and make it bigger so that when you say it in conversation you're like, oh, isn't that the name of a song? And so it's everyday little things, but I wish I knew the method to the madness, but I kind of just show up to work every day and try to write another song.
That's a great job, by the way.
It's a great job, but it's difficult and it's different. All my friends are working really hard now at their other jobs, and they say, how do you do it? It's not your 9 to 5. And I said, well, imagine you go to work at 9 o'clock, and instead of doing a report, you have to create something no one's ever heard before, but feels familiar and will last a lifetime. Go. And you're like, okay, start with this chord, and it definitely is great for some of the perks, but there's a lot of downsides that sometimes come with it, which is you gotta work hard and you miss out on some stuff, but it usually pays off in the end.
And your song, A Long Story Short, you had 2 music videos for that, the original and then the long version one. You've had over 1.2 million views on all of that. How can you even imagine?
I don't know. I keep saying after it got 1,000 or 2,000, it's hard for me to really conceptualize the numbers because I only know like 15 people. So unless it's, my friends hitting refresh or like my mom, it's just really flattering. And to see people from all over the world and the country say they like the video, and to be able to shoot it in New York City, and it was in August, so it was really, really hot, and 2 days straight and on the back of a trailer. So it was hard work, but it was a lot of fun.
But you had some featured guests on that, those music videos, right?
Yeah, Judah Friedlander, world champion from 30 Rock. He just came out with a book called How to Beat Up Anybody, including Bigfoot. So he's a hilarious guy. And this other really sweet girl, Ingrid, a.k.a. Miss Glamorazzi, she had found my Empire State of Mind video, and she's a makeup guru on YouTube, all the way from California, and simply had mentioned it, and then all of her fans flocked to my page, and I got another 25,000 views. So I said, why don't you fly into New York City and be the girl in the video, and all your fans would, just love that. And it was a really great response, and she's a sweetheart, so it was really cool.
Now, you've done covers like Empire State and Rolling in the Deep. What could be your next cover to do? Because I love your renditions of all of them, I have to say.
I don't know. I like to do covers that are, I guess, a stretch for what music I do. I don't think that, an everyday, pop rock artist would have wanted to cover Empire State of Mind, which is a big song considering, Jay-Z's kind of like untouchable, and same with Adele. And, I'm not trying to one-up either one of them. It's just trying to create something fun and do something fun with it. But I'm thinking maybe the next song, I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm really liking a lot of what Lady Gaga's come out with, so I may try to tone down some of the craziness and make it more of a Jackson song, but we'll see how maybe Hair sounds for Jackson. But I don't know, we'll see.
That sounds cool. Lady Gaga, I'm pretty sure everybody and anybody will see that video.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to be able to work with her vocal coach, and she...
Wow.
Yeah, so to know I'm in the presence of someone that's worked with her is just incredible.
That is absolutely amazing. And before we were talking about like traveling and different foods from different cities, you want to tell us about some of the experiences you've had by traveling to different states and stuff?
Yeah, well, growing up in New York City, you do a lot of stuff really in your own backyard, so you never really get out much. But I've been lucky enough to go to, the Midwest and California and Texas, and I'd say the most fun I had was in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. And I got to meet some amazing artists, like Jack White from the White Stripes and ZZ Top, and the type of place where you are sitting in the hotel and you see, Michael Cera walk by, and then Jack White walks by, and then like, where am I? Where is this? You don't really know where to look, but it was 5 days of music and fun, and we had some crazy food. We ate everything from rattlesnake to...
Yeah, I still can't process that.
Yeah, it was rattlesnake sausage, so it wasn't like the actual whole rattlesnake. There was rabbit, antelope, we had chocolate-covered bacon for dessert. So it was definitely not for the vegetarians out there, but it was adventurous, and we always try to make a point of wherever we go having their signature dish. So when we were in Chicago, we had deep dish, and when we were in Buffalo and up in New York, we had some true buffalo wings. So it's been a nice food tour on my stomach.
Is there one city that you haven't been to yet that you really need to go to?
I'd really, really love to go to London. I'd really love to go to England because, it's obviously the birthplace of some of my favorite musicians, and I just think it's a really unique city that is very akin to New York, just with a different accent, I think. So definitely would love to go to the UK sometime.
You gonna be going there anytime soon?
I don't know if Will and Kate will invite me. They just have to. They put the call in for the wedding, and I was like, I'm busy. So maybe next wedding, next royal wedding. So we'll see. We'll see if they invite me out there. But I'd love to go, and hopefully we'll have some fans out there asking for concerts, and we'll head out there soon.
And you do have a lot of fans. You even said worldwide. What are some of the craziest things some fans have even said to you?
It's sometimes I don't even know the crazy things they say because we'll get the emails in a completely different language, like in German or Chinese.
That's
or
so cool.
It's cool, and you get this whole letter, and it's written out and drawn on or typed up, and they've obviously taken a lot of time, and you want to get someone who can really translate it the way they wrote it and not just Google Translate, because sometimes it reads funny. But it's just flattering that, you know, they took the time to write, and now the world's even smaller, so I actually get to, you know, tweet back some of the fans that are across the world. And if I get a tweet that's in Japanese, I can say, you know, to my Japanese fans, what does this say? You know, what does this mean? And in 5 seconds, there'll be 10 people saying, oh, the translation is this, is this, is this. So it's really a big world made a lot smaller, and I like that because I get to talk to the fans that way.
That is so cool. Now everybody can get your EP, A Long Story Short. You can buy the CD, and you can get off of like iTunes and Amazon, right?
iTunes and Amazon, and also Empire State of Mind is free download available at thejacksonharris.com.
And throw out your Facebook and Twitter.
Facebook.com/JacksonHarrisNYC and Twitter.com/Jackson_Harris. Don't go to Jackson Harris because that's not me. That's a fake guy. But
Yeah,
Jackson,
I looked at that.
Yeah, it's not me. Jackson_Harris. You'll see this face right there,
That beautiful
and
face.
that beautiful face, and that's officially me, not the other guy.
Well, I want to thank you for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having me. We had a great Chinese food lunch, so thank you for having me as well.
So what